Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'll be doing the challenge from Ramuh Chaos. This is the third newly added Chaos stage to the Ultimate Summons. The team I'll be using for this one is going to be Warrior of Light, Serah, and Locke. Warrior of Light is here to protect me from all the Brave attacks. Serah is here just to buff me up, and she does a good bit of splash damage, which is going to be helpful for taking out the crystals. And Locke is here mostly as I need a little bit of heals and a little bit of damage, so he actually fills sort of that niche role of filling both of those things very well. Doing something a little unusual, I'm bringing a Keistis friend. I think she'll be able to buy me a little bit of time during the fights. It's mostly just her battery and the turn delay is going to stop me from having to deal with an extra round of him summoning crystals. So, as is the case with Shiva, Ramuh does not start fully charged with his recast bar. Unfortunately, his starts most of the way charged, which is going to be a little bit annoying. So you want to get a little bit of damage in right up front on turn 1. And I don't really want to waste a wound here, but I'm going to use one anyway for the damage. Because I'm probably going to be using that here in just a second to help attack the crystals. Alright, I do want to get him target locked as well. That's going to help control the regular Brave damage, especially because Serah is a lot faster than Warrior of Light, so she's going to be taking a lot more turns. So her Shining Shield falls off a lot faster, so I would like to keep it locked on Warrior of Light. Something else, this fight is a bit long, so using her HP plus, actually using all of their HP pluses is going to be really helpful for getting through this fight. As you can see, that was a whole round of using HP pluses, so now when you do that, there's nothing wrong with using a skill at the end to rebuild everybody's Brave. Alright, so Warrior of Light is going to really mitigate the danger from Judgment Bolt here, but if you don't have him, you're going to want to make sure you don't get all 3 people broken here, or it can be dangerous. As you can see, both of the crystals are going to give Ramuh some extra Brave, so he can very quickly jump up from nothing to a whole lot of Brave, a very large number, and just one-shot somebody. So be careful of that. Okay, so things to do. Going to use a Phoenix Ray is just going to help heal everybody up. You can use an Ultimate Arrow, and that is because it's going to deal full damage to both crystals. Warrior of Light can just safely HP attack here, because even though Serah's missing, she's missing her Shining Shield, Ramuh's targeting a single target attack, so... Wound is nice because it does actually deal pretty respectable damage in this way. It does splash damage and a lot of Brave hits. Basically, that's how this team is going to get through this. Now, Mirage Dive is, of course, up. I am not going to waste that on one of these crystals. Alright, now that the protection is gone, I can attack Ramuh again. I'm going to use a Shining Shield here. That should top off everyone's HP. Okay. Follow with Moonlight. I'm sorry, I said Shining Shield, I meant Shining Wave. And then Locke's EX is going to be one of the biggest sources of damage throughout this fight. It comes up very quickly and it hits incredibly hard. So hopefully that will be enough damage to get through the whole thing. Alright, so use another Shining Shield here since it's fallen off of Serah for a few turns now. I can use an Ultimate Arrow. This now refreshes her Unwavering buff, which is nice because you don't have to waste wound just to maintain it, which is a big improvement for her. So you can see that very large, flashy HP attack is just a single target HP attack. It's nothing really to worry about. You do need to be careful. You don't just let Warrior of Light's health drop down to nothing, but between Locke and Warrior of Light both being able to heal a little, I should be fine. And again, using these HP pluses when I can. Another excellent quality of life improvement there for Serah. the fact that she now has a useful HP plus that can give Brave to the whole party is a very big change. And it gives her a lot more lasting power and a lot more firepower in general. It also makes her cursed artifacts a little less important. What I mean is the party aura is still really good, but you don't need as many uses of Moonlight to get through a stage because you have an alternative now. Okay. So I could have used a Sneak Slash Plus, but I'm going to use that after because that will allow me to recharge his EX more. I don't like to use an ability when it's ready. As you can see, he gives you attack and int Brave down. Taking away your offensive options is pretty annoying, and that actually really hurts Warrior of Light as well. But it doesn't hurt him so much that Shining Shield becomes useless either. Okay, so we have the crystals now. Again, I'm going to use a Phoenix Ray to help get everyone's HP back up. And we're then going to use an Ultimate Arrow and then probably a Wound. Nice thing here is, if nothing else, it still reapplies all the debuffs to Ramuh in the background. So it's not like you're totally defenseless while you're dealing with the crystals. You can still keep him poisoned and such. So an HP plus might actually go ahead and kill that, but I'm going to use a wound anyway, just to make sure. I don't want to waste another turn. And getting the poison back on him, because it did fall off, is going to be helpful. And as you can see, she needs to reapply her buffs, so we'll use Moonlight. Ultimate Arrow. Okay, and I should be able to get away with the Shining Wave. And now again, everybody's top back off. Don't really need a dedicated healer when you have two people who can half fill the role. Okay, so I am going to use my Sneak Plus now, because it'll allow me to steal a turn here. Again, being a little conservative with her abilities. I need to do a new Throw Buckler here, because the Locke wore off. And I'll go ahead and throw the Master Scroll HP plus. It can be beneficial to hold it for the extra overflow, but I'm not using that many abilities except when its crystals are up, so I would like to get the extra HP attack out of it, basically. So there's an all attack coming, so I went ahead and used a new Shining Shield to get it back on Serah. There's really no excuse for taking a Brave Break when you have Warrior of Light unless I'm just being sloppy, so I'd rather not be. So my rotation's a little bit off, speaking of being sloppy. Serah's buffs are going to wear out at sort of an inopportune time. I don't really want to use Moonlight during this part because it's split damage. I'd rather use Wound. so that means I'm going to lose her attack up for a short time. It shouldn't hurt anything. I think I'm still going to do plenty of damage to the adds, so that's not a problem. But it's not really optimal either. Alright, so here, I have been using Phoenix Ray at this point in the fight. I'm not going to, because I want to make sure I do enough damage. It's going to only divide it 2 ways, and half of it's going to go to Ramuh, who takes no damage, so... Okay, so now... Go ahead and use the Moonlight. And I'll go ahead and use a Phoenix Ray. It's tempting to use the... Yeah, I'm going to use the Phoenix Ray just in case. I don't want him to HP attack Warrior of Light and then just accidentally kill him because he was like 100 HP shy of the attack. So I'm going to be a little conservative there. He was right sort of on the threshold of how much damage that attack causes, so... So I'm probably going to take a Brave Break here. Mentioned being sloppy with attack. Oh, so it's the HP attack, so I'm actually okay. That's just fine, actually, to take an HP attack there. Okay, now I'll use Shining Shield. And now I'll use his EX. No reason not to throw an ultimate arrow here. And throw another throw buckler since the target lock is gone. So I'm gonna throw a Phoenix Ray here. I would like to heal everyone. If Warrior of Light's EX is up, that's even better. You don't have to rush the healing with this fight as long as you keep him broken, so this has been going alright. I'm going to use an HP plus. This is going to trigger a chase, but that batteries anyway, so... Alright, so I'm coming up on the point in the fight where I would like to summon. Use a Sneak Slash plus, it'll take a turn. And I wasn't paying attention to what he stole. It was Miracle Shoes, okay. So we're at the point here where I'm going to start using the extra abilities. I am, however, going to just swap him out right now. I know Kesis' damage is not going to be all that impressive. However, I'm going to open with a Homing Whip, even though it won't trigger an HP attack. It is going to delay him just enough to get through this fight. So I'm going to go ahead and pop all advance. And I'm going to go ahead and summon. He may still get this... Judgment Bolt off, but that's okay. If nothing else, this is still going to buy me some much needed time, so... Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and use my Master Scroll. I'm going to use one more Moonlight here, and the reason is actually so I can give Kesis enough Brave to use her Homing Whip for some damage. So I'm going to use his Miracle Shoes first. Instant turn. I'm going to follow up with his EX for the damage. He would have capped it with the overflow anyway, so there's no reason not to use it. So now she should hit hard enough to trigger the HP attack. So definitely do not use a Sneak Plus at this point in the fight. I can use a Phoenix Ray for a little extra damage. And he is very handily delayed at this point, so that's awesome. Alright, so Warrior of Light's going to come back. And even though this doesn't give him any Brave, I'm still going to use it to give everyone else a little. Throw my Master Scroll here. So Serah's very low on abilities at this point, but the boss is also very low on HP, so it should be alright. I have a lot of Brave generation coming from Warrior of Light, so that's going to help out a lot. So, unfortunately, it is not quite enough damage to finish him off. That's not really a bad thing, to be perfectly honest. I'm still going to be, I think, well under the turn count, which is 110. I have a lot of turns left. I should be able to pull this off. But that's also why I didn't blow another ability on Serah, is I thought I might need it for this. And it would not have been enough damage to finish that off. So, I'm actually going to throw my Master Scroll at this to kill it. And I'm still going to throw an Ultima Arrow at this, even though it's only going to hit the one, because it is going to do pretty solid damage. Okay, so I can safely use my Sneak Plus, steal an item. Alright, so I do still have an all advance. I could have used this several turns ago. I don't think it'll make any difference now, but there's no reason not to pop it. And I'll use my last Phoenix Ray. If this doesn't kill it, it'll top off my HP, so... Alright, and that's the end. So you can see this one, the real threat is just the Brave damage. Bringing Warrior of Light just completely mitigates a huge amount of the danger of this fight. Just make sure you bring a healer to top him off. In this case, I brought Locke. Other than that, it's a very straightforward battle. Okay, guys, well, thanks for watching, and good luck on this one yourselves.